Jamie and Katrina, great to have you on Aussie TV for such a beautiful film.
Thanks,
Thank
Jason.
you.
Thank you,
Hi,
mate.
Jason.
Let's talk accents. Jamie, you would have heard some atrocious attempts at an Irish accent here in Australia. How did you both know how strongly to pitch your accents in Belfast?
Well, I'm from Belfast, so I was sorted. In saying that, like I feel I'm not getting enough credit because I'm from a slightly more middle class background than my character, so I'm probably working a wee bit harder than most people think I am. But yeah, Katrina had a bit of work to do, but she made it look very easy.
You're a Dubliner, Katrina, is that right?
Well, I was born in Dublin, but I grew up in Monaghan, which is only really about an hour and a half, not even from Belfast. So, I grew up, but you grow up with that accent on TV all the time. And I was very lucky. There was quite a few people on set who were from Belfast. So, it's such a fun accent to do anyway. So it was easy.
Is there a particular word that's the most fun to say with a Belfast accent in the film?
Um,
Cheerio?
Bloody
Cheerio.
hell. I don't know. Cheerio.
Bloody hell.
Everything's bloody. Bloody this, bloody that.
That's right. Look at that, you
That
still
must
got
be
it.
why the Aussies and the Irish get along so well.
Exactly.
Katrina, I see that Lorraine Bracco is a fan of Belfast. What's been the most meaningful praise that you've received in your career so far?
She? Wow.
Sharon Stone came to one of our screenings, and Annette Bening actually, both of whom were people I looked up to hugely growing up as actors. So those were kind of mind blowing for them to kind of love the film and be very complimentary about it.
Where was I when Sharon Stone was? I met Annette
You
Bening.
were there.
Right. She just chose not to come up to me.
You just
Fair enough.
I think you were scouring the room for Liv Tyler, Jamie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It might have been. It might have been.
Have you received praise from someone that was particularly meaningful?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Jesus.
Hello.
Wow.
Jesus himself. They said it would never happen, the second coming, but God, yeah. No, Paul Schrader came up to me at Telluride, and I was sitting at dinner, and someone had pointed out that it was Paul Schrader sitting at a table, and I was like, Jesus, I mean, he's responsible for some of the best movies of all time. And then he started to slow as he came past our table, and I was like, what's going on? And then he reached over and shook my hand and said, I wanted to tell you I just watched Belfast and I thought you were incredible, and I nearly died. It was an incredible moment.
Oh, that's so special. I want to thank you for sending me down a Don Rickles rabbit hole
mate,
in
you are
researching
welcome.
you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. That was really cool. And it really surprised me because from 50 Shades, I assumed you were this hardcore, serious person. Those films were massive in Australia.
Mhm.
How have your feelings about the character of Christian Grey changed over the years?
I don't know. I haven't thought about him for about 7 years, so I don't really know what to say. Yeah, what Jesus, what 6 years since I played him. I don't know. I haven't given him much thought. It's funny. You just play one character, you move on to the next. So, glad that it was a hit in Australia and everywhere else in the world, actually, for me. But yeah, I haven't given him much thought.
Fair enough. We've got to wrap on a final question. I want to know how much of being a dad to your three girls translates to being a dad to two boys as par in Belfast.
Yeah, at least I had an understanding. I remember the first time I ever played a father, I couldn't believe it. I thought there'd been some sort of mistake. I was too young, and so I was more equipped to be playing a father in this. But I'm just pretending to be a dad to boys. They had to stand where they had to stand. They had to say what they had to say. It's one that's pretty different to the reality of being a parent. So yeah, I'd say being a movie dad to two sons who are under someone else's guidance is a bit easier than being a dad to three crazy little girls.
I love that. I love the film. Congratulations. It's a beautiful cast, and I can't wait to see what award season brings. Sorry you were beaten at the Globes by an Aussie, Jamie, but we'll just
Oh, he's
just have to
he's
get
a
that.
great lad from the little I've got to hang out with him so far, and he's an amazing performance. I don't care.
I can't wait to see what both of you do next. Thanks for the gift of Belfast, much needed in 2022, and all the best for the rest of the year.
Cheers.
Cheers.